Hi everyone, I'm Govind, working as a technical trainer under the Training and Placement Department of Pace Institution of Technology and Sciences. Today I have come to you with a new video lecture on how to improve a strong coding skills. So, improving coding skills is a much more important for every students who want to become a good software engineer, because nowadays each and every software company, not only MNCs but also product based companies, every company is asking you, expecting you coding skills. So for that purpose, the students who are preparing the placements, so definitely these videos are very helpful you. So in previous session I just explain you what one basic level of coding question, that's what given number is prime number or not. So if you understand this prime number logics, so how to take this logics, how to bring this logic into advanced level coding question. My advanced level coding question is same. I just taking same program at advanced level. What is that? Same prime number logic. So sorry, prime number program. In advanced level coding question, observe the problem statements. Program to print all the prime numbers on the same line separated by the spaces from the given range 1 to given n. In the previous session, in the previous video, I just given only one number, and you can say whether that number is, we can guess that number is prime number or not. But for this problem, for this question, we just get all the prime numbers in between 1 to given n. For this question also, for this kind of problem, we are giving the input, but you can print all the prime numbers from 1 to given n. Suppose in this case my number is input is 10. Now 1 to 10, how many prime numbers are there? Find them and you can print them. But in the previous case, just find out that number 10 is a prime number or not. Now here take that number, print all the prime numbers from 1 to n. That is what some little bit advanced level. But in order to solve this coding question, we just know about the how to say the number is, how to get a number is prime number or not. If you understand that question, if you understand that solution, I think it is very easy to do this solution for this problem. So it is very easy. Bring that the previous prime number logic apply here. So it is very easy. I will explain you algorithm. Just before that, let's see the test cases. Here I am giving you two test cases. One is number 10. So why the output 2 3 5 7? Here I am giving you spaces also. So why this 2 3 5 7? Yeah, 1 to 10, the starting prime number is 2, the next prime number is, next available prime number is 3, next available prime number is 5, next available prime number is 7. So hence all these prime numbers are displayed on the same line with separate with some spaces. Now take the test case 2 also. My given number is 15. There output is 2 3 5 7 11 13. Since all these numbers that are displayed on the screen are the prime numbers between 1 to 15. Here 2 is a prime, 3 is a prime, 5 is a prime, 7 is a prime, 11 is a prime, 13 is a prime. Why other numbers are skipped between 1 to 15? Because they are not a prime numbers. We just display all the prime numbers between the 1 to given number n. The number is any number. That means ask user, they may give any number. But what is your task? You can print all the prime numbers from 1 to given n. That is my problem statement. So I will explain you algorithm. I will explain you algorithm how to do this, how to do a solution for this coding question. Here so we know in the previous we just completed, we just seen given number is prime number or not. Just recall that logic. Suppose what happened here, my function name is print prime numbers, print prime numbers. Yes, so I am giving what value for this prime number function. So what print prime number do? What print prime number do? So print prime number is always accept the number from the main and it will check that that number is prime number or not. So the print prime number is a function in which I am written exact logic of to say the number is what the number is received by print prime number function is prime or not. So for this purpose I am taking two variables I and count. Initially count value is 0. Then using for loop we can accomplish a task. So starts I value by 1 and check this condition I less than or equal to n and I plus plus. I already explained about this for loop in the previous session. So if n modulo division I equal to 0 means what? It's a factor. No, increment count value by 1. If not leave it. Then after completion of the for loop, now control comes to for loop, there check the condition if count equal to 2 means no question, the number what received by print prime number is prime. At that time I just return to what? Return to 1 to the main function. If not else what? Else or else you can just print here. Not written, you can just print. We know when the value of count equal to 2, just print what? Percentage d, give some little bit space, comma what? N. Then close this function. So it doesn't return any value to the main. This is the logic of how to print the number is prime number or not. So print prime number is not a predefined function in C language. So only the compiler know main function. So we can call the first, we can define the function name as main. So void main. In that main function, so remember one point, here the print prime number is a function that was exclusively designed for to say the number is, to print the number is prime number or not. There is a separate logic I define. But my question is, can I call this print prime number 10 times? Yes. Can I call this print prime number 100 times? Yes. For every time the print prime number receive the number from the main and it will find out and it will find that number is prime number or not. So that is the reason my main task is I am asking main function to call this prime number, print prime number function n times. So take the number from the user n. Before collect the number from the user, I declare the variable n. After that I collect the number from the user, I kept it into n. Now n is ready with number. Now what is the meaning of this n? We can call print prime number this n times. That is my given problem statements. I already explained you. So take a number and print all the prime numbers in between 1 to n. So means for every number in between 1 to n, we need to check that number is prime or not. That's the reason I am writing exclusively somewhere print prime numbers. I am calling these print prime numbers starting value 1 till n times. So here I am using n. What? How many times? N represents how many times I need to invoke this print prime number function with the help of the main function. That's the reason I collect the number from the user n, and then I am calling this main function, I am calling this print prime number function with the help of the main function. Here I am writing what? Print prime number. So print prime number, there is a function over there, but my question is how many times I can call print prime numbers? N times na. So the starting term is what? I value 1 and I can incrementing I value by 1 until I less than or equal to n. So take this information into for loop. So what is use of this for loop inside of the main? So we know how many times we can call this print prime number function? N times. So n is a number, but n time in no sense. So one time, suppose if the n value is 5, so first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. I don't want to call the sixth time, so that I conclude in information what? I value starts with 1 and I less than or equal to n, I plus plus. Suppose if the n value is 5, I value 1 true, next I2 true, I3 true, I3 true, I4 true, I5 true, I6 false. Means for every time we can call this print prime numbers. So when I less than or equal to n, if the I greater than or equal to n means what? Stop incrementing I value by 1 and stop calling print prime numbers. If the I less than or equal to n, this condition is 2 means call that print prime number function by giving the variable I value. So in this for loop I am calling what? Print prime number function by giving the variable I. Understanding my question? Clear? So don't worry, I will explain again. So in the main function I am taking n and I am initializing value n also by collecting it from user. Now assume that n value is 5. Yes. So what is the given problem statements? Print all the prime numbers in between 1 to given number. What is the given number here? 5. So 1 to n means how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So in these list of elements, take only prime numbers and print them. That's my question. Am I right? That's the reason. So far I just taken end number. That information I collect into 1. Yeah. So I value starts with 1 and I value increment every time I value by 1 until I exceeded n. So means in the meanwhile how to collect the numbers in between 1 to 5 with the help of this for loop. So I value is 1. I am checking this condition is true or false. If the condition is true, ask main to call print prime number function. Then control goes to I plus plus. Now what happened? The first time when I become 0, I become 1, condition is true, print prime number function is invoked by the main function by giving the variable I. So what is I value? 1. Now control goes to prime number, print prime numbers. We know 1 is not a prime number now. Even if you are passing 1 to the print prime number function, obviously 1 is not a prime number. We know. Why? 1 is having only one number, but if you want to say a number which is a prime number or not, it should have a more than one factor should take it. Then you can conclude it that more than one factors are exactly 2 or more than 2. If the exactly 2, that is a prime number. If the more than 2, that is not a prime number. But here the variable value, the I variable value is 1. So obviously 1 doesn't having more than one factors. So that's the reason. So my initial value is 2. Unnecessarily why time complexity is increasing. That's the reason I can start I value by q. So I value is what? Q. What is n value? 5. Now take this I. Now call this print prime number by giving variable I value 2. So now control goes to what? Control goes to this prime number definition. There the value of n is to now 2. Now control comes to this print prime number. So this print prime number is print only number what it received when it become a prime number. So whatever the print prime number function receives the number from the main, it will print it only at the time of prime number. That logic already we know well. So here what is I value? I just declared I variable and I can initialize the count variable is 0. Now with the help of this for loop, what? I'm finding the count of the factors. So already I value is 1, n value is 2. So n modulo division I, 2 modulo division 1. Yeah, count become, what is the count variable? Count value. Initially 0, now 1. And then I incremented. So I incremented here. This function I value is initially 1 and then I become 2. 2 less than or equal to 2. So understand? N value is 2 now. So 2 less than or equal to 2, condition is true. Now control comes to for loop. What is the n value? 2. 2 modulo division 2. Yeah, true. Then count incremented. Now count become 2. And then I value 3. Condition is false. Control comes to come out of the for loop. There what is the count value? Count value is now 2, which equal to 2 now. Condition is true. Then it will print the n. What n? 2. On the screen output is 2. On the screen output is 2. Like that. After that control come to main function. there this I value is incremented, now 3, then condition is true. Again the main is calling this print prime number with the help of the variable I. So there the print prime number receive 3, where the print prime number is printing that 3 if it is prime number. This is a continuous process. This is continuous process. Understanding? So whenever I here in the main function, whenever the I value is greater than n means all the numbers I find, all the numbers I verified whether those are prime numbers or not. So whenever I less than or equal to n, yeah, numbers are there. When I greater than n, numbers are almost gone. So stop incrementing I value and don't call the print prime numbers, because almost I verified all the numbers in between 1 to n. So control come out of the for loop. There I am closing this main function with the help of the get stage function. So this is an algorithms how to print all the prime numbers in between 1 to n. Understanding? So don't worry, I will explain this algorithm in a programming language. Understand? Yeah. Let's see. Here in previous video, I just calling this prime number print prime number function, print prime number function only one time. Now for this question I call this print prime number function until n times. So starting number is what? I value is 2 and I less than or equal to n and I plus plus. So declare I value is initially of type integer. Now we can call this print prime number every time with the help of the variable I. Now control goes to what? Control goes to prime number definition. There n is what? N is value of I. So because here the main function, sorry, here the main function is calling what? Print prime number function by giving the value of I. Already what is value of I? Value of I is now 2 na. So value of I is passed as an argument of print prime number. Now main is calling this print prime number by giving the value 2. Here what is n here? For this function, what is n here? For this function, what is n here? N is now q. Now it start executing the logic inside of this prime number by taking value n is 2. So we know this is exact logic of how to print the given number is prime number or not. But for this case we don't check false case, because if the number is not prime, leave it, because my question is related to display all the prime numbers on the same line with spaces. So just whenever the count value is equal to 2, I just print that n. Now come to this statements, come to this prime number logic. Here in this prime number I just declare the variable I and count is equal to 0. So you know well about this logic. This entire logic is what? To say the number is prime number or not. So if the number is prime, it will print it. If the number is not prime, it will skip. So back to main function, like that it will take another number, what? 3. Now calling this main function, so n value is copied into the variable I value is copied into n. Now n become 3. Already we know in the previous here the n value is printed na, since 2 is prime na. Now for this case also 3 is printed, since 3 is also a prime number. Then back to main function and incrementing I value, right? Incrementing I value. Now I value become 4. I value become 4. Then main is calling print prime number function by giving value 4. Now value of I is copied into n. Now n become now 4. Now check this. Yeah, 4 is prime? No. That's the reason it will not display the 4. So back to what? Increment. Now I become 5. Now main is calling print prime number. Main is calling, tell me, main is calling print prime number with the value 5. So the value of I is copied into n. Now n become 5. Now it is checking whether the 5 is executing this logic, whether the 5 is prime or not, obviously. So 5 is a prime na, since the count of the factors is 2, hence the value is 5 is to be displayed on the screen. Back to main function, there the value of I is 6. So stop incrementing, I stop calling print prime number, because here the meaning value of the I'm taking n value is 5, means I'm checking all the numbers in between 1 to 5 only. So when I become 6, I don't want to check whether that I is a prime or not. So whenever the whenever the control come out of this for loop, now get ch is executed, so it will stop the execution. So I will check it. Yeah, getting error, right? What is error here? So id return. We are calling print prime number, but definition is prime number. That's the reason error is coming. Just modified print prime numbers. Now error gone, no errors. Now execute it. Yeah, it is waiting for inputs. Suppose if I enter 10, so all the prime numbers that are available in 1 to 10 will be displayed, are displayed, right? Now take 15. Yeah, it will display all the prime numbers between 1 to 15. Now take 50. Yeah, all the prime numbers in between 1 to 50 are to be displayed. Next, suppose 200 or 1000 or 500. So all the prime numbers in between 1 to 500 are to be displayed. Alright. So this is logic. Understanding? So in the main function, just I divided this entire program into two different logics. One is main function logic, and second one is print prime number logic. So what main function logic do? So every time the print prime number function is invoked by the main function with the value. So that value should be collected from up to n, from 2 to up to n. That's the reason in the main function I just declare the variable I value is 2, right? And then I can check every time whether the I value is less than or equal to n or not. If I greater than n, stop increment. If I greater than n, stop calling print prime number function. So that's the reason in the main function we are calling print prime number function with the value I. So coming to print prime number function, what it will do? Yeah, print prime number function executed, or print prime number function is executed by taking the number. Print prime number function is always executed whenever main is calling. So but it has an argument of type integer n, and n is always hold the value of the same as I value, and the print prime number is displaying, or print prime numbers displayed what? The number when it is prime number. If not prime number, it will skip to print. So like that, print prime number function is always printed. Our task is what? It will print. Suppose if I enter the n value is 10, it will print all the prime numbers in between 1 to 10. So this is a in such a way the logic is executed. Understanding? Guys, understanding? Okay. Thank you very much.